What's going on, everybody? It's Stock Picks by Tim. In this video, we're going to look over some crypto stuff. I'm also going to look over Cleanspark and some things you got to watch out for. So we're going to check out a few charts. I'm also going to get into a couple of things that I'm looking out for. And let's start this off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out the links below for some free crypto and stocks. And also check out the Discord. We just recently got it up and running, and it is pretty small, but it's growing day by day. I post my buys and sells, and if you want a place you can post your buys and sells, feel free. Link in the description. Now, first thing I wanted to bring to your attention is we are now over a $1 trillion global crypto market cap. Now, we did break the 1 trillion a while ago, came down I think to around 800 billion or so, and we have since popped right back over it. So keep an eye on this number. If we do break it, we're likely in for some rough waters. But you'll see in general, most of these charts have been in this slow recovery phase over the last 7 days after a pretty hard drop. Now let me show you Bitcoin. First off, 7 or so days ago, we broke our trend. We had this kind of an uptrend. I showed you guys the line, but we broke that. And now you want to watch this blue uptrend. This is an ascending support, but it has been a relevant support ever since the middle of June. And that was actually when we hit our low in the $17,000 area. Ever since then, we have been creating higher highs and higher lows. So you're going to definitely want to watch this ascending support line. And if this fails, you're going to want to watch this yellow line, which this is our support of 20,700. I did call this one out, and thankfully it did bounce. We did have a previous support there. A few times it was a resistance as well, but sure enough, that did hold up. We could of course test it in the future if we do break this ascending support. And one thing that you're going to want to watch for that we are approaching is this downwards channel, or more specifically a downwards wedge. And this is actually bullish. When this does break out, we're going to have a beautiful reversal, but it's a matter of if it breaks out. It is possible that we find resistance and we push down, test this yellow at 20,700, and then test 19, then 17. But on a lot of these time frames, you know, the MACD is rising and the RSI is rising. We are on a slow uptrend ever since we hit that 20,700. But I'm curious, how have you guys been feeling about Bitcoin lately? Are you regaining that optimism, or are you guys convinced that we're going to break 20,000 soon, test that $17,000 area before we get into the next bull run? Let me know in the comments below. And next up, I wanted to talk about Cleanspark for a little bit. I'm going to show you guys the chart. I'm also going to bring up a couple important dates and something that could be a positive catalyst here in September. A few things actually. And make sure you stay tuned because I've got something in the works that has been requested multiple times, and that's going to be a comparison of all Bitcoin miners, at least the main ones. Let me know in the comments below which ones you want me to compare. But right now I am going to be looking into Cleanspark, of course, Riot, Mara, probably Hut 8, maybe a few others, maybe just those 4. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I've definitely heard a lot of people, you know, request a Bitcoin mining comparison. So stay tuned for that. I am putting it together. Now, first off, as I was saying, we've got September, we've got a couple of conferences, and this is likely going to add to some potential buying pressure in the near future for Cleanspark. We've got the BTIG Future of Digital Assets Conference, the B. Riley's second annual crypto conference, and the HC Wainwright Global Investment Conference. All 3 of these companies definitely can move the market, can definitely give some price targets to the upside or downside. So we've got a lot going on in September. We've got these crypto conferences. We've also got Bitcoin's potential reversal out of this large long-term downtrend since November 2021. And another thing that I think is going to be absolutely huge for Cleanspark is going to be their Bitcoin mining update. And that's going to be somewhere in the near future, usually around the 1st to 5th of the month. So stay tuned for that. I will be covering it. And you know, we should see a nice increase in exahash, a nice increase in Bitcoin mined because their recent acquisition here, this 86 megawatt facility in Georgia, what they purchased actually already has Bitcoin miners ready and up and running. As said right here, these machines already operating at the acquired site will add over 340 petahashes per second of computer power. This is right around a third of an exahash if I'm not mistaken. And they're also going to be adding another 36 megawatts, and the leftover empty spaces for that facility, they have already prepaid miners coming in. So get ready. I think Cleanspark is going to absolutely rock it. I think their daily Bitcoin mined is going to come up somewhere around 15 or so. And we did have that in the earnings call that I believe Zach Bradford or Matt Schultz was saying that basically with this additional facility, they should increase their Bitcoin from around 13 where they're at currently. I believe he either said 15 or 18, but I really should check. My bad. And looking at this baby on the chart, I did tell you guys to look for a downtrend reversal. We did just break out of this downtrend. We may be starting a new little uptrend. If you wanted to ride the momentum on this, you could definitely set a stop loss around 450 and let it ride if you don't have a position. I wouldn't do this because if it did stop me out, I would take a loss. I don't want to do that. Now, one thing I have been actually looking at is a cash secured put. And what this would do is if it hit a certain strike price, I would be forced to buy 100 shares. And there is a cash secured put right around 250. Now, the premium isn't all that amazing, but it's better to make some premium than make nothing and just buy 100 shares yourself. So if you're considering buying anywhere around 100 shares or more, you might consider looking into a cash secured put, because then you can make premium no matter what, if it hits or if it doesn't hit. and if it does hit, you get 100 shares of Cleanspark at a predetermined price. But if you guys are more curious about cash secured puts and covered calls, let me know in the comments below. It is very nice to see Cleanspark on a recent little uptrend. Looking at the MACD and the RSI, they are both rising, both looking bullish. And this is on the 6 month, on the 3 month, the 1 month still rising, the 5-day RSI getting more neutral, MACD starting to curl, and on the 1-day RSI rising, MACD rising as well. I think personally the technicals look pretty good on Cleanspark, and we could see a little short-term uptrend. But regardless of what it does in the short term, I'm definitely looking out multiple years for something like Cleanspark. And let me know down below what your time horizon is for something like Cleanspark and even for Bitcoin. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned to that mining update coming up towards the beginning of the month. Definitely could decide Cleanspark's short-term direction from there. But have a good rest of your day, guys, and take it easy.